What we've done is we have listened to what people said on this issue. It wasn't a core part of our growth plan. What our growth plan is focused on is helping people with energy bills, getting business moving, and we're here at this fantastic new development in Birmingham, creating jobs for the future. That's what the plan is about. It was becoming a distraction, so that's why we immediately changed that policy, and that's the kind of government we are. We do respond when there are concerns, and we act quickly.
Viewers will have heard you not answer the question about whether you trust your Chancellor, given the scale of the mistake that you say he made. Are you sure you don't want to say you trust your Chancellor?
I work very, very closely with my Chancellor. We're very focused on getting the economy growing. And that's what people in Britain want. We're facing difficult economic times. We're seeing rising interest rates around the world, very serious issues with energy prices and inflation. And we've acted decisively. If you remember, people were facing energy bills of up to £6,000. We put in place the energy price guarantee. The average household won't have to pay more than around £2,500. And what we're focused on is getting on with the job.
OK, viewers will note that you still haven't said you trust your Chancellor. Next thing, all over conference here, it says, in Liz, we trust. But why should viewers, why should people at home trust you to deliver what you say you're going to do? Look at your agenda: benefit uprating, planning regulations, environmental changes, childcare regulations. Your MPs have shown they can stop you doing things, and they say that they're going to stop those things as well. How on earth can you deliver your agenda now?
Well, look at what we've already delivered. We've already delivered the energy price guarantee from the 1st of October, making sure people aren't facing these huge bills going into winter. We've already delivered on reduced stamp duty, helping homeowners. We've already delivered on keeping corporation tax low so we can bring in investment into fantastic cities like Birmingham. And we will continue to deliver. It's vitally important that we grow the economy. That's what's going to help people get on in life, help people with those high-wage jobs that we need to succeed as a country.
Do you welcome Penny Mordaunt this morning making clear her views about what should happen to benefits rising in line with inflation? Are you listening to Penny?
Well, on the subject of benefits, we have not yet made that decision. And of course, there will be discussions about the way forward on commitments like benefits, on how we deal with future budgets. But I'm very clear that going into this winter, we do need to help the most vulnerable. In addition to the energy price guarantee, we've also made sure the most vulnerable households have an extra £1,200. And this government will always help people get on in life whilst making sure the most vulnerable are protected.
Do you welcome the Leader of the Commons making public her views on this matter?
Well, as I've said, no decision has been made yet on that issue, and I look forward to having those discussions.
You're facing a second massive cost of living crisis, which is the one on mortgages. People are facing a doubling of the amount that they've got to pay every month now. Now, you clearly thought, because of your energy price plan, that people couldn't afford an extra £1,000 a year on their energy bill. What makes you think people can afford hundreds of pounds a month on their mortgages, and can they expect help?
Look, I understand people are worried about the cost of living. They're worried about inflation. That's why we have acted decisively on the energy price guarantee. We're also doing what we can to help homeowners through stamp duty reductions. The reality is, though, that interest rates are set by the Independent Bank of England. They make those decisions on the basis of what's happening with inflation and other factors. The energy intervention that we have done is likely to curb inflation by up to 5 points, so that has a positive effect. But ultimately, what we're seeing around the world in the wake of Putin's war in Ukraine is interest rates rise. So the Federal Reserve, for example, has pushed up interest rates. So we will do, what we can to support people, but ultimately it is a decision for the Independent Bank of England.
I mean, that's an argument about the cause of why interest rates are going up. I asked about whether people could expect help. People's entire salary is going to be eaten up by their mortgage next year in many, many cases. 1.8 million people have to renegotiate their fixed mortgage next year. Do you understand just how scary that is for lots of people And can you say the government will be there to help them?
I understand it's a very, very worrying time for people. Let's remember where we were 4 weeks ago. People were facing energy bills of up to £6,000. We've helped with those energy bills across the board. We've helped businesses who could face going out of business through a business energy scheme as well. And we're also reversing the increase in national insurance to put more money back in people's pockets. So yes, these are difficult times, but we will do as a government what we can to help people get through, at the same time as making sure we're building the positive economy of the future, because ultimately it's economic growth that is going to deliver the higher wages, the greater opportunities for people that are going to enable us to succeed in the future.
Yesterday, the energy regulator warned that there could be blackouts over this winter. That's something that you said in the leadership campaign you would not let happen. Are you contemplating defying your Chancellor and buying many years of Norwegian gas at close to current prices in order to secure supply?
Well, what I have said is, first of all, we will move forward on our own energy security. So that's more renewables here in the UK, it's more nuclear power here in the UK, and it's also moving forward faster with using North Sea facilities. But we are looking at long-term energy contracts with other countries, because as well as making sure we've got a good price, energy security is vitally important. And we never want to be in a position again where we're dependent on authoritarian regimes for our energy. That's why we're in the situation we are now. That's why many European countries are in the situation we are now. And that's why we're determined that we become more energy independent.
Hang on, so you're planning to borrow to buy years worth of gas, increasing the deficit at almost record high prices, and you think that's a good deal?
Well, I've not signed any deal, but what I'm saying is that Britain's energy security is vital, and what we will be doing is always looking for value for money. Of course we will, but it's important that we have that long-term energy security. And what's happened in the past is we've ended up being dependent on the global spot price, and we've seen the effect of that. We've seen the fact that people are facing bills of £6,000, and I never want Britain to be in that position again.
You think the markets will be happy with maybe tens, if not hundreds of billions of pounds
more
borrowing?
This is speculation. No deal had been signed, but as I'm very clear about, we're completely focused on fiscal discipline. We will be bringing down the debt as a proportion of GDP over the medium term, but making sure we've got energy security is clearly vital for our country.
In order to basically square the books, do you think you're going to end up raising the retirement age, the pensionable age, beyond 67?
Well, you're asking me to speculate about all kinds of decisions that haven't yet been made. But what's first of all important is that we dealt with the energy prices people were facing. We've helped to curb inflation through that intervention. We've reduced taxes to get the economy growing. We're going to be doing economic reforms in areas like moving faster with building projects, moving faster with transport projects to get the economy going. And that is what we need to do, because we are facing a very difficult international situation, a slowing global economy. So yes, I will do what it takes to fix those issues.
Finally, are you enjoying being Prime Minister?
I am. It's a challenging role. It's a challenging time. But what I am focused on is delivering for the British people.
Is it harder than you thought?
I came in with very clear expectations that this was a tough time for our country. But I'm prepared to do what it takes to get us through these difficult times, to get us through this difficult winter, and to come out stronger as a country. Thank you.